Christie. I am a time-specific artist, which is a title that I've given to myself to account for my use of time-based media like video and sound, but also the historical context and timelines that I'm dealing with in this work. I honestly, it's interdisciplinary work: sculpture, installation, photography, video. But I felt like interdisciplinary was kind of a generic word to use, so I've kind of formulated this time-specific work. In general, I make site-responsive work, so the location is always kind of first to the decision making. And I make memorials mostly, so it's the significance of these people, the site itself. And with that, I'm currently located in Pennsylvania on the East Coast, about a half hour outside of Philadelphia. So we are located between the Battle of the Brandywine and Valley Forge during the American Revolution. So a lot of my work deals with the 18th century time period. So in my practice, I utilize storytelling and myth making, whether it's the myths that I'm creating or the ones that I'm finding. And I really use the location as kind of a script. Also, I think one of the greatest things about this being my hometown is that it's autobiographical at times. I mean, I have a history within these sites of like riding past on my school bus or on my way to work. So I feel a great deal of this. It is anthropological research, but it's also a little bit autobiographical at the same time. So some of my methods that I use to make my work are including the date and the time and also geotagging the work. I think that the location is just as relevant to it. I also kind of feel like a lot of these sites work in a stream of conscious kind of way. Like the sites that I've found previously have led to newer sites. Some of them are like down the street from one another. So there's been this like stream of conscious way of working. Um, I think also using video and sound, I haven't really found a formula for which comes first necessarily. I think sometimes when I'm shooting video, the recorded sound is what I'm going to use, but there's also occasionally times where there's melodies that I can't necessarily edit in that I'll try to shoot for. So the project I've been working on for the Glaugair residency is about a woman named Hannah Freeman. She's also referred to here as Indian Hannah. She is credited as being the last Lenni Lenape or Delaware Indian in Chester County. There's, little memorials to her here. But I had kind of found researching for another project a little bit more information about her. And with a couple minutes of learning about her, it was very clear to me that the description that I had been given about her was not actually accurate. It There was actually known other American Indians in this area. She was not the last in any way. What was clear to me was that this treaty that William Penn, the founder of Pennsylvania, had made with the Delaware Indians stated as long as one of their tribe lived on the land would always belong to them. So obviously with Hannah on the out dying in 1802, a huge land grab happened after her death. And so it really had me kind of thinking about how history is consumed, who's giving this information and how it's being understood at the same time. I mean, with just a little bit of curiosity on my part, it was very clear to me that I was being misled in a lot of ways. And I feel like Hannah's story is more of a scapegoating kind of experience. But I also really enjoyed learning about her in the way that she really integrated herself into society. I mean, into this Quaker colonist model of working for them, taking care of their kids and making them brooms and baskets. And she was also a healer and she would make medicinal herbs for illnesses. I mean, I definitely picture her a little bit closer to a shaman than she may have been in real life. I've used multiple means to kind of tell her story. I've used straightforward memorials using natural, sticks and weaving to kind of tell her story. But I've also used artificial intelligence projects and augmented reality on her headstone or what's believed to be her headstone. And yeah, created a lot of work around the Brandywine River, which is where she lived, and just really tried to be authentic to her.